Hey, testing 1, 2, 3. You should be able to hear me. It's a bit windy out here today. We're out on the oval. Hey, Gandalf. I was going to call this building a golf swing, but I think I might call this golf and life. Golf and life. Hey, I'm sure you all heard it many times online from other golfers like me. I'm here, by the way. Oh, this is not going to work. This is too windy. Hey, how am I going to stop you blowing away? Came up here because I thought it'd be sheltered, but it's not. What? I don't know. I don't really need this jumper. It's not that cold. Let's just fiddle here with the microphone. Probably making all that noise, I shouldn't be. Golf. Golf is a metaphor for life. You hear it all the time, eh? You hear it from famous golfers, from not famous golfers, from your golf mates. You see it on YouTube all the time. Golf is a metaphor for life. What does that actually mean? Golf is a metaphor for life. If I drop that jumper on there, that will stay. I'm hoping. So, I don't know. I'm 65 years old. 65 years old. I've been playing golf since 1971. My camera going to blow over? Doesn't look like it. I've been a sportsman for as long as I can remember. My father introduced me at a very young age to cricket and to soccer. Wog ball, as I like to call it, because the Wogs play it. Nobody else really plays it, but that's how it is. I was an excellent cricketer. As a matter of fact, I took up cricket in the 80s when golf became irrelevant to me as a profession. I started playing cricket again and was definitely a first grade bowler. And a sixth grade batsman, but my bowling was definitely first grade. My captaincy was sixth grade. I captained sixth grade. I took 20 wickets at an average of 10 that year. I can't remember what year that was. Doesn't really matter. So my dad gave me an appreciation for sport at a very early age. So I understand the ethics of sport. I understood that at a very early age. I understood what a captain meant. And what a vice captain meant. What decisions made on how decisions made on a sporting field affected everybody, not just me. So there's a metaphor for life. But is that a golf thing? Or is it a sport thing? You tell me. I don't know. That sounds like more of a sport thing to me. Look, we're here in front of another sporting ground. You can see behind me, that's an AFL ground, and a full-size AFL ground. Huge. You want to learn how to play a sport, a tough sport, play AFL. Played it. I was all right at it. But the schools I went to mostly didn't play it. Didn't play Aussie rules. We did other stuff like cricket and soccer and rugby league. So I played some rugby league. I played them all. And then when I was 12, my sport teacher asked me, he asked the class. We told the class that it was the end of the year, of course. It was 1971, coming up to Christmas time, and it was the last week of school. And he said, next Friday is the last day of school, so we can either do what we can either go home, not do anything, because we're not going to be doing PE here. That's not going to happen. Or you can come to the golf club and we can learn a bit about golf. And I didn't put my hand up. I wasn't that interested in golf. I played cricket, played soccer. What was golf? I didn't know anything about it. Didn't really want to know. That didn't work. Sat down a bit harder. So this went for a couple of minutes, and he goes, "Oh, we've got 12 people. We need 13." And he looked at me and he said, "Cliff, what about you? You're a sportsman. You play sport?" And I said, "Yeah, not just PE." And he goes, "I go, yeah. Well, why don't you come? You're not doing anything Friday, are you?" I thought, oh, fuck it, why not? So I put my hand up. He went, "Oh, good." So we got 13. So next Friday rolled around and I discovered golf. Something I've been playing ever since. How are we going? Still working. So golf, I can show you what the pro showed me that day. Wasn't a lot at all. We had 13 students in a line, or in an arc actually, and here, typical, we had students around there like that. I was down that end, down this end, and he went, "This is how you hold a golf club." And he showed me the Varden grip, that, and he went, "Put the club down like that, and you go like that." And that's what he showed me. He showed us all that. Went around and showed each of us. He set our hands, set our feet, did that stuff, and that was it. That was the lesson. So he showed me half a swing. And I went to the pro. I walked, and he said, "See ya." I walked up to him afterwards and I said, "Can I ask a question?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." I said, pointed at the golf course and I said, "How do I get out there?" "Oh," he said, "you want to play?" And I said, "Yeah." "How do I get out there? I want to go out there." I said, "This place here this is the driving range?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "This looks interesting, but that out there, that's where you're playing, isn't it?" And he said, yeah, that's right." So he said, "Come with me." And he took me to the pro shop. And I walked into this den of thieves, this den of iniquity. These thieves wanted to steal my money. I could tell. There was all this stuff that I'd never seen before. All this stuff, all this golf stuff. I walked over to this big bin full of tees. I didn't know what they were at the time. No, they were all different colours and they were made out of wood and they were a tea. I didn't know. I said, "What's this?" And he said, "What?" I said, "What's these?" And he goes, "Well, they're teas." And I went, how much are they? And he goes, I'll sell you 10 of them for 2 cents. So golf was so expensive. 10 tees for 2 cents. Couldn't believe it. Didn't know what to do. Come here. You all right? All right. Bird. So expensive. And then Dad was there. Dad came down. He'd come to pick me up. And I said to him, let's talk about joining this golf club. Dad was the member. Dad was the manager, the secretary manager at the RSL club in Maitland. It's Maitland Golf Club. And I was 12. And he said, I said, how much to play? And he said, cost you green fees. And I think it was 20 cents. Well, no, it was 10 cents for green fees, and it was 10 cents to hire clubs. Something like that, 20 cents to hire clubs maybe for a junior. And or you can join the club as a junior. And Dad said, how much is it to join the club? Because he knew membership. And the guy said, cost you $9 to join. That includes your nomination fee and $5 a year. So Dad said, all right, you want to join? You want to play? And he said, you serious about this? And I said, yes, I'm serious about this. And he went, all right, for that money, you can join. So he joined me up straight away. Christmas came around a couple of weeks later, because it was, that time of the year. End of school holidays, Christmas come. And Santa Claus bought me a brand new set of golf clubs. 2 wood, 3 iron, 5 iron, 7 iron, putter, bag and buggy. $80 from Woolworths. Thanks for coming. But they worked. So I had my clubs, and they bought me a book. How to play golf. And it had pictures in it. So I started teaching myself how to play golf. No one said go to the pro because that costs money. I taught myself to play. And that's where this thing comes into play. He had one of these golf ball on a string hanging in the shop. Didn't he, Gandalf? It was $55. And every time I went in there for the next couple of weeks, well, actually, every time I went in there, at that stage, I'd stop and look at it. There you are. You go and talk to him? No? Go and talk? No. Yeah. So, I was looking at it, standing there looking at it one day. I was waiting to go out and play some practicing. And he looked at me, the pro looked at me and he said, hey, Cliff, you really want that, don't you? And I said, yeah, I really want that. This golf ball hanging on this golf ball on a piece of string, man. I knew what it was. I could take it home and hit golf balls in my backyard. And he said, all right, $5. And I went, what? He said, $5. It's the last one. We don't have any more. The guy at the back made them. He's into yachts and shit. So whether he said shit or not, I don't know. It's a long time ago, guys. Come on. And he is into yachting, and he'd made these. 5 of them he made. They'd sold 4 of them at $55 each. And he said, we made enough money on it. You can have it for $5. Because it really cost them $5 to make it. In the end, as I worked out, this cost me $20 to make. Well, $15 or something. It's cheap as chips, as the saying goes. Cheap as shit. So I ran home to Dad, and I said, Dad, you know that golf ball on the string? You hang $55? He said, yeah. You can have it for $5. Please, can I get it? $5? And he goes, yeah, it's $5. So he gave me the $5, and I went and bought one of these. And I took my book outside, and I put it out in the backyard, and I taught myself to hit golf balls. I can't hit one at the moment because I've got a bird on my shoulder. That's all right. It's a lovely day. It's good enough to hang it down here anyway. So, where was I? Yeah, oh yeah, one of these. So I taught myself to play with this. Yeah, one of them. Didn't I, Gandalf? I managed to get out and get my 5 cards before the end of school holidays because I had school holidays, so I had every day off. I could only play during competitions though. Nobody else would play with me during the week to mark my card. I did nobody, and I was a junior, so and a beginner, and that's how shit happens. So I managed to get my 5 cards. One of the things that we talked about first time here, get down. Once you get down on the ground, you come down here and you want to get on the ground. Now you don't want to get on the ground. Jesus, get on the ground, fucking bird. So one of the things I talked about on the first tee, what are you doing, bird? Look, yeah, come on, get down. Comments. You're a junior, yeah? Got your handicap? No, need my handicap card. Fuck, was the comment. Fuck. 3 of them turned around and walked off. Fuck, they said. Fucking junior. One of them had the balls and the capacity of brain to walk over to me and say, they don't like it. They think you're going to be really slow. You're going to slow the group down and we're going to take all day to play. And you know what that did to me? What that did to me was it made me determined not to be slow, ever, and to be faster than them, if it was possible. So I learned big time how to play golf. Oh, for fuck's sake, get down! Jesus Christ. Thank you, bird. So my first card, that was the first time. That day I shot 125 and I didn't hold anybody up. I think 125 is not too bad. You can play 4 hours, 125, you can shoot 4 hours in a group of 4 playing stroke, because it was stroke, because I had to play stroke. See, they weren't even playing stroke, they were playing Stableford. Yeah, 125. My second card was 121. My third card, 111. I skipped the teens. My fourth card, 95. My fifth card, 91. So I was not holding anybody up. I was playing as well as they were. I got my first birdie on my fifth card. I chipped in out of a greenside bunker with my 7-iron. Didn't have a wedge. Golfers in those days, members, treated juniors like shit. I picked up trophies at East Lakes. I moved from Maitland to East Lakes. That's another story. That's a big bomb, that one. So another story. C grade. This is about 6 months, no, it would be a couple of months later because we moved immediately from Maitland to Sydney. My father had to quit. That's where I'm pitching the ball. So we moved to Randwick in Sydney. Walking distance to East Lakes Golf Club. Basically a links course on the Sandbelt in Sydney near the Australian, New South Wales, the lakes. It was right across the road, right across the lake from the lakes. So we bordered the lakes, the same lakes that the lake borders. So that's East Lakes. There, my first monthly medal, C grade, playing off 21, because my handicap had come down, and I'd had a big win. I'd shot 74 a couple of weeks before in the New South Wales Schoolboys Open, and I'd lost. I dropped from 36 to 21 in one game. 36 to 21, not bad, eh? Pretty good. Beat that. To cut that many shots off your handicap. Go on, I dare you. So I get first monthly medal. I draw. I tie with the guy. I don't know, I can't remember what the scores were, but I tied with him. It was a draw. I came second, as far as they were concerned. I'll explain why. In those days, playoffs were worth stroke play and playoffs. If you tied in a stroke play game, you played off. It was a playoff. There was no countbacks. That wasn't a thing. That was a thing in Stableford, not in stroke play. So they tried to award the monthly medal to the guy on a countback. I stood up and I said, "Excuse me, you can't do that. The rules say." And the club captain went, "Oh yeah, oh sorry, we forgot." I got yelled at. I got abused picking up trophies because these fucking old cunts hated the fact that I had more time to play golf than they did, and I was improving and they weren't. So get that one in you. I don't know, is that part of life? Learning that old people are cunts? I'm now an old person. Am I an old cunt? No, because I learned from old cunts to not be an old cunt. Hey. So the next month, I got to play off against him for that month's medal. I'm probably the only player that you know that's won 2 monthly medals on one day, because I did. I won the B grade medal and I won the C grade medal. By default, he didn't turn up to play me. He was too scared. So golf, is it a metaphor for life? Yeah, in many ways it is, because there's always jealous cunts that can't deal with the fact that you're better than they are. 65 years old. See that shot there? I've been hitting that out of the middle. Out of there mostly. Yeah, out of there and out of there. You're there, got a big high bomby draw. Out of there it just goes dead straight and it goes fucking over 300 metres. It's a bit too far, that. How do I know that? Gandalf, you coming over, darling? I think maybe we might continue this at another time. Hey, Gandalf, you all right? Come on. Come on, we'll pack up. I think we might pack up. Okay? So, you had old cunts abusing young cunts. Okay, so that was 1973. That was. And then I had this experience as well at the same place. I was asked by the pro if I wanted to caddy, do some caddying for money. And I went, yeah, sure, I'll caddy for money. That's a ambulance. Yeah? Gandalf, an ambulance. So yeah, I said, oh yeah, caddying sounds like fun. So, and it was at the Australian. The Australian. Still one of the premier golf clubs in Australia. Still hosts major tournaments, the Australian. What a wonderful place. So I turn up and I'm caddying for the managing director of Slazenger Australia. How cool was that? What a nice guy. What a really nice guy. A golfer through and through. And you know how I could tell he was a fucking golfer through and through? Because he had 2 sets of irons in his bag. I don't know how many wedges he had in his bag. I don't remember now. At least 5 drivers, some fairway woods, and 100 balls, 100 fucking golf balls. And I had to carry the cunt, which I did. I carried it. I carried his fucking bag full of balls and full of golf clubs, and I loved it. It was great. We had a great time. Finished the 18 holes of torture. It wasn't torture. I actually enjoyed it. Back in those days, my back was okay. Put it that way. So we did the 18 holes that day. That's the first day, and I said, "So, how much are you going to give me for the what's that quote? So, what are you going to give me for the for the time and the effort?" And he said, gave me $5, which was pretty good. That's a couple of packets of cigarettes and a couple of drinks and chocolate. And he said, "And all the golf balls you can carry." And I went, "What?" And he said, "All the golf balls you can carry." I said, "5." I said, "Oh, actually, I remember." I said, $5. And he went, "Yep, $5. And then he said, "And all the golf balls you can carry." And I went, "What?" He said, "All the golf balls you can carry." I said, "Seriously?" And he went, "Yep." And I thought, "Oh, sweet." So I helped myself to his golf balls. I never paid for golf balls after that till my son started playing, and then because it was more about him, not me. We had to buy golf balls. But yes, I never paid for a golf ball after that. Not ever. I won them. They were mine to win, and I won them. So that's that packed up. What's that tea, Gandalf? Yeah, we're going home. Yeah. Somebody's tired. Did I lose the tea? I lost the tea. Doesn't matter. Oh no, there it is. There we go. I can go back in its box. Cane teas, guys. Environmentally friendly. Buy them, use them. They're great tea. They work really well, as you can see. So yeah, what an experience. That was that place too. The Australian was my first experience with match play. The Caddy Tournament, it was called at the time. It was literally called the Caddy Tournament. It was match play, standard match play, one-on-one. You get through, you play the next round, and so on until everybody's finished, and you're the one left standing. So match play. My first experience with match play. How do I explain it? I remember it was a par 3 course, so it was the caddy course we were playing on. It's a par 3, so I put my tee shot next to the green, about 6 inches from the green, and he was about 10 meters from the green. And I walked up and I played my shot. Little did I know at the time, as I'm about to tell you, he went, I went, "What? No, you can play that again." And I went, "What?" He said, "You played out of turn. It's my turn to play. I'm furthest from the hole and you didn't let me play. So I want you to play that shot again after I play mine." And I went, "Oh, okay, I didn't know that." So I picked my ball, I marked it, picked my ball up, put it back down, and he played his shot, and I put mine in the hole. So he sort of regretted that. I won that match. That's enough. I'll continue this story. The golf was about to become my life.